This chip is packed with spices that take it up to the 2 million range on the Scoville unit scale. And if I don't get a podium in my next race, I'm gonna have to eat this thing. So if you guys are new to this channel and you don't know what's going on, I've recently started a series where I have to complete challenges in my career mode series with Alpine, and if I don't, I have to do a forfeit. And right now, I am 0 for 2. In the first video, I had to end up drinking vinegar, and in the second video, I had to pour ice cold water over my head. So this time, let's hop into this race, let's get this podium, so that I don't have to take a bite out of this thing. And shout outs to New Guy Racing, Barista Josh, and Chidi TV for subscribing to the channel. If you guys want to appear in one of these videos, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. As usual, guys, we're going to check out what we did before the actual race itself, and as you can see, we're upgrading the car. We've got the aerodynamic upgrades that came through, we've got the chassis upgrades that came through. I believe the powertrain engine one didn't come through and we had to redo it, I can't remember for sure. And then we had the durability upgrade that we did later on. So yeah, we've got the upgrades coming through quite nicely, and the car is getting quicker, but it's still not exactly where I would like it to be, obviously. And as you can see now, we're in qualifying, braking just after the 100 meter board for turn 1. This is intermediate conditions, so that does mean that it gives us a little bit of an advantage, because I feel as if in wet conditions, that's where I'm at my best, and the AI seem to always be pretty bad when it comes to wet weather conditions compared to what you can do. So it does give us an advantage, and as you can see in the first sector, we're currently in, I believe, P8, and then we move up to P5 after this downhill hairpin. So we've got some pretty good traction from there, and we're not doing too bad actually. The closer we can start to the front three, then obviously it gives us the best advantage possible. Going through turn 8, the infamous turn 8 in wet conditions, is always a challenge. Especially when this was the first time you've ever gone through turn 8 in intermediate conditions. And then for this corner here, this corner is so easy to understeer, and in wet conditions it's even worse as well, because you have to be so careful on the brakes. Luckily, if you've got load cell pedals like how I do, you can manage that just a little bit easier, but it is still quite difficult. And then coming up to the penultimate corner, let's see if we can get some good traction from here. We take a little bit too much curb from that corner. So we could have taken less curb and gotten a better exit, but either way, we're not doing too bad. We're currently in 6th or 5th place, I believe, and by the time we actually crossed the line, I believe we actually managed to keep or gain a position and come up to 5th place. So not a bad qualifying from us, but let's move on to the actual race. Okay guys, so as you can see from qualifying, we started in P5, which is obviously our highest qualifying position since we started this. It's kind of weird to be towards the front, because we're so used to being towards the back, pretty much at the back. But for this one, obviously, we want to try and get a podium, which we're off to a good start with, obviously. But I'm not entirely sure if the race is going to go to our hand. Obviously, it was inters in there, which the AI are usually a little bit slower than inters. So it could be more difficult for this dry race. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn down the fuel, make sure that we have maybe about 0.7, just in case there's a safety car or whatever, just in case we don't make it to the end. We'll have 0.7, and we're going to be doing a medium to softs, so that hopefully we can be quick towards the end of the race. But let's see how this one goes for us, and hopefully I don't have to do that one chip challenge. Let's get into it, guys. All right, here we go. All right, we've got the lights. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights for this career mode at Portimao, and lights out and away we go pretty much straight away. We're going to get a pretty bad start just because we are on the medium tires. But are we going to actually lose a position? I'm not so sure. We have someone on our inside there. We have to go wide. Luckily, we don't actually get a warning from that. And we've got Hamilton ahead of us, which, again, is just very weird to say, just because I'm so used to being at the back of the grid instead of towards the front. We've got Carlos. Oh, they're quite far back. If we can somehow stick with these front runners, which is going to be very difficult to do, I must say, just because their car is so much quicker than ours, then we could be on for a pretty decent run here at this podium. But let's see what we can do in this first lap. Oh god. All right, that was a pretty bad couple corners here. We pretty much lost Lewis, and we've fallen back to Carlos Sainz, who's actually going to go for a dive bomb here. What the hell? Okay, I didn't realize the AI were aggressive like that on the first lap. But we want to keep this position at least as we slide through the I guess you wouldn't really say it's a penultimate corner. I guess you'd say this is the penultimate corner. But yeah, we're already 2.5 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton. It just shows how much quicker their car is compared to ours. It's going to be very tough to get this podium. Hopefully we can get a safety car or something, or hopefully we could just continue to be quick on these mediums. We are going to have to fight with Carlos Sainz here. We're going to push him, and then we're just going to fall back here over to this, take the wider line so that we can carry more speed. And our teammate is already in the pits. That's quite concerning. I'm not sure what happened to him on that first lap, but clearly it wasn't great if he's already in the pits. And now we're 3 seconds already behind the front runners. This is not looking great for us, but we're going to try and battle through it anyway. Still got Carlos Sainz hounding us down. This Ferrari is going to be behind us for a long time, I can see, if unless we lose positions due to DRS. Oh look, he's already, I can tell he's sniffing for this dive bomb. I'm going to have to go defensive here. Yeah, and he goes around the outside. I knew he was either going to go down the outside or he was going to try and dive bomb me. But Jesus, Carlos Sainz is very aggressive in these first couple of laps. Look, he's going for it again. We go wide and he's taking that opportunity. Maybe I should actually let him go, because then it would allow me to be in DRS as he goes for a switchback. Jesus. Oh, our car's just not used to being this far up the grid, and obviously we're on medium tires as well, which does make us a little bit slower. Maybe we should have stayed on the softs and been quick towards the start so we could have kept up with the front runners. Look how many people are here. We're going pretty much two by twos into the first corner. That was crazy. We almost come out of that with wing damage as well, which is not ideal. But we are in DRS now. Should be good. Hopefully we can use the DRS to keep up with these guys and really push forward to try and catch up towards the guys ahead who, to be honest, I think we've already lost about 5 to 7 seconds.
We're attempting to manage it.
Oh no. Well, Jeff just told us that we've got an issue potentially, which is not what you want to hear when you're trying to get a podium, or else you're going to have to eat a hot chip, which is terrifying. I hope it's not an ERS issue, or I hope it's not a failure issue just in general.
We can confirm that it's an issue with our engine. Good news,
Oh.
it looks like the fault has been fixed.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God, the first part of that message was way too terrifying. Oh my God, Jeff, please don't scare me like that ever again. Because engine failures do count towards this challenge. If I get an engine failure and I have to retire, that counts, which means we would have failed the challenge. But luckily it seems to be fixed. I'm going to have to spam my ERS, pretty much as I said in the previous video that I did on career mode. I'm just going to have to ignore everything I say in my tutorials and just do the opposite, just so that we can actually keep up. Oh, here we go. That's going to be our first warning. Automile is very easy to get warnings, so sometimes you don't even need to be off the track in order to get warnings. Alright, maybe we are now on soft tires. It doesn't really seem as if we're going to get that much of an undercut compared to these guys, because again, I think it's just a pace difference in the car. So we just need to try and build up the car before we go for these lofty challenges, it seems. But I'm going to stay true to my word, and we're still going to try and get a podium. You never know. We could get super lucky here with a safety car or something. Rain is apparently coming in 10 minutes, and we've got about 10 laps.
Okay, gap ahead is
So yeah, we're going to be looking at rain towards the end of this race, but I don't think it's really going to come, and if it does, then it's not really going to affect the race too much. Here we go. We're going to try and go for fastest lap at least. But as I was saying, we're just going to have to try and think of challenges that are not only entertaining and fun for you guys, but are also possible for me to do. If I can't get a podium yet with this car, then it kind of puts me at a disadvantage, and I don't really want to do these videos. Don't really want to do these challenges as impossible challenges that will force me to have to do a forfeit. If I can do the challenge, I want to do it. We're 2.4 seconds in front of Yuki Tsunoda. How far away were we before? I think he was just behind us, so we got a roughly 2.5 second undercut on him. Let's see what we can do on the guys who are even further ahead than that. Hitting the apex nicely for turn 8. There we go. Love to see that. And now we're 4 seconds behind Mazepin. Shouldn't be too hard to catch up to him, because our car is a lot faster than the Haas right now. By the way, just for reference, this AI is... I'm not changed it once again, so it should be on 104. This AI. Anyone else in the pits? There are a few more people in the pits. The Giovinazzi, and so that's a Martin, I believe, of Vettel. Yep, it's Vettel in the pits. That's going to put us in P8, most definitely. Ricardo's on hards. Why is Ricardo and Gasly on hards? Very confusing. I guess the AI are just going to use whatever tire they think is best, no matter what the distance is. So usually you'd probably use hard tires in a 100% race. Well, in fact, maybe even not. You'd probably just do a 2-stop. I don't really think that the hard tires are going to be very effective on Portimao, no matter the distance. I'm not really sure. Maybe Codemaster can change how they program the AI in the future game to use tires that aren't going to be too slow. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the AI and just what sort of stuff you'd want to see in F1 2022, which, to be honest, is not that far away now that you think about it. I mean, we're in February right now. It usually comes out about July, so yeah, it's only like, I want to say 4 or 5 months away, to be honest, for the next game. And that's going to fly by very, very quickly. Alright, lap 13, and yeah, we're pretty much keeping the distance to Gasly, but it just shows how slow we are right now as a car, because we're on softs and he's on hards. And we're still, I think, in the soft phase where it's quicker than any other tire, so the fact that Gasly's still keeping up on the slowest compounds, pretty shameful, to be honest. But in terms of what I'm doing, guys, if this video does get out when I want it to, which is ideally the day after I'm recording, which will be Thursday at 5 PM, if I do get it out for then I should be starting my stream fairly soon, probably within the next hour or two, for PSGL round 4 at France. So if I do get this video out on time, make sure go to the link in the description, or even the link in the pinned comments. Go follow me on Twitch, and I'll be doing my league race there. So far, I've not done a ton of practice for it, but I'll need to do some tonight. It's just because I've got so much stuff going on at the moment. Gasly's actually... No, is that Norris? Norris is catching us up rapidly on those mediums. This is not looking good for us. Are we even going to finish in the points, let alone finish on the podium? Doesn't look very likely, but we're going to continue anyway. We've still got 3 laps to do here. Look at how quick he is with that DRS. And speaking of Lando Norris, actually, at the time of recording this, I've just seen in the morning that he's signed another McLaren contract. He's re-signed his contract until 2025. So congrats to Lando for that, in real life, of course. But let me know what you guys think of Lando Norris in McLaren so far, and how you think his career is going in real life Formula 1. Definitely want to maybe start doing some real life content on the channel, like real life F1 content, because I have started doing that on Twitch. Come on, I need to stick in his DRS here. I have to be in his DRS for this final lap. We've got no ERS to catch back up. So I'm going to need to get the best traction of my life for these next few corners. Might have a shot at getting this P8 here. I don't want to use my ERS until the right time. Alright, here we go. We've not got a lot of it.
This is your final lap of the race.
Look at how little we're gaining, even with DRS. As we get a second warning of the race. Alright, can we pass him here? Nope, he's gaining already. How? Oh, we need to focus on our engine, it seems. Last straight line speed is way too poor. And Sergio Perez ends up winning the race. GG's to Sergio Perez. As I think that continues the battle between Mercedes and Red Bull. I think that might be Red Bull overtaking Mercedes, actually. I'm not 100% sure. But obviously, we're not going to finish on the podium, which means we failed the challenge. No safety cars, no nothing. Just lack of raw pace from the car itself, I think. We do definitely need to rethink some of the challenges that we've been setting ourselves here. But yeah, as you guys can see, Sergio Perez ended up winning the race from P3 on the grid, followed by Valtteri Bottas and Max Verstappen. I think that does mean that Red Bull is ahead, or at least further ahead than I thought they were. So we'll see what happens in that in a second. Obviously, with Max Verstappen finishing in P3, that means all the podium places have been taken, and we are not on it, which means we have failed the challenge. Once again, as I said, probably going to need to start rethinking the challenges that I am doing in these sort of earlier videos, just because, you know, the car just doesn't seem to be capable of doing some of the challenges that I've set myself. But either way, we at least still finish in the points. We go away with 2 points, whereas our teammate finishing P19 probably had some damage or something, an incident going into turn 1, and that pretty much ruined his entire race. But let's quickly save this replay and look at the standings real quick. Yeah, Max Verstappen is now 58 points, which is leading the championship, which is 2 points ahead of his teammate and 5 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton. And then for the actual constructors as well, yeah, 15-point difference between Red Bull and Mercedes. So Red Bull are slowly starting to build a gap to Mercedes, and with Mercedes, it's a huge gap down to Ferrari with only less than half the points, or about half the points that that Mercedes have, which is quite insane. We have 6 points, which means we are above still AlphaTauri, which is good. I think they are just climbing above Aston Martin. And yeah, so enough waffling, guys. I'm gonna see you guys in a second, or for me, probably in a couple of hours when I am doing the challenge. So catch you guys there. Alright guys, so yeah, as I said in the video, the challenge was a bit too difficult for where the car is right now, but I'm still going to honour the forfeit. So here we are, we've got the one chip challenge, and I've got myself a glass of milk, so hopefully I don't need to use too much of it. I'm not going to take a huge bite out of this. I am going to take a sizable amount, but not a huge one. So let's open it up and let's get into this. Alright, I've had this for a while now, and this is me just opening it up for the first time. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in my hands. Oh my god, just look at that thing. Like, just take a look at it. It's packed. It's absolutely coated with all these different spices. So yeah, as I said, I'm gonna take a sizable amount of a bite out of this. But I'm not gonna eat too much. So maybe I'm thinking, you know, just maybe about this much of it and see. I'm not really good with spicy things anyway, so this should be fun. For you guys, not for me, obviously. Right, but anyways, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Ah, oh my god. I can feel that already. Oh my god, that is. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna swallow it, but holy crap, that is hot.
Hot fire. Don't forget the super! Much later.
Oh wow. Okay, guys, I don't recommend doing this, or I couldn't even swallow it. I really don't recommend doing this. If you love yourself, don't do this. Oh my god, I'm gonna need to go get up and get more milk. I can't even talk. It's that hot. Oh my god. Guys, look at this. I am shaking right now. Alright, there we go. That's that challenge done, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure to like this video and share it around. I'll catch you guys for the next career mode forfeit video. Oh my god.